Hey, what's going on, guys? IC Trades here, and today we're going to be doing a technical analysis breakdown on ticker symbol MSTR strategy. And getting straight into it, guys, MSTR had a 4% move today, with Bitcoin also having around a 4% move. Question is, are we going to continue to rise here, break out of this little pullback phase, and continue to rally, or was today a false movement, and are we going to continue to pull back? Now, before we dive deeper in the daily, we're going to look at the weekly to get a broader perspective. Now, guys, on the weekly chart, as you can see in the past, after that February 2024 to late March of 2024 run-up, we see some nice consolidation on the weekly here, holding this range and maintaining its strength, not getting pushed down, and then we see price explode all the way to that 543 level. And since then, price was volatile, building in a bull flag breakout type of phase, and then we saw a breakout to that 425.75 level, testing that level for 3 weeks in a row, guys, and ultimately pulling back. Now we see some promising signs on the bullish side of things. Price is trying to get above this $400 psychological level, and then ultimately above that 425, and then we want to test those highs of that 543 range that we saw before. And guys, from that overall move up into this bull flag range, we see a nice move, a hard rejection of that 543 level. If we were to make a move like that again, guys, you'd be seeing right around that 500 psychological level as a price target, right at that 500, guys. So that is a very likely price target. If we can get above that 400, 425, hold nicely on the weekly, and then retest, trying to get close to that overall price of 543, get to that psychological $500 level. Now, guys, on the daily chart, you can see a better view of that run up all the way to 543, getting in that bull flag range, breaking out nicely. Price breaks up very nicely, creating this consolidation phase between 400 and 425, ultimately flushing that level, getting out of that pullback zone, working our way up. Price is kind of, volatile after breaking out of that zone. Bulls get in control a bit here, and then we see some selling pressure right around that 380, above that 381 level, slightly above the 20 moving average. See some selling pressure, bounce off that 369 region, and we continue to trend up with the last two candles. The last candle being a very nice, bullish, solid candle, trending above that 20 moving average. And guys, you can see that we are holding up this ascending support all the way from these two touch points. 1, 2 touch points. Get closer, right? 3, 4, 5, right? 5 touch points bouncing off that ascending support, leading to a higher move up. Pretty bullish after we got out of that pullback phase, guys. Looking like we're kind of working our way up. Has some nice support at that $369 level. Bounce off that as well as that ascending support. Like we said in our last MSTR video, holding above this 381 support would be a pivotal level for MSTR. A few times held in that zone, very big consolidation zone. And, as of more recent times, gets in that zone, breaks out of it, comes right back down, or right back in that zone. So if we can hold this 381 support nicely, guys, definitely looking like we will retest that $400 psychological level as well as that 425, get back in this overall consolidation zone before trying to make a move up. And as long as Bitcoin is there, volume is there on MSTR, and MSTR continues to look bullish, like we are seeing some very nice short-term bullish signs, there's no reason that we can't retest and get back in that consolidation zone and then ultimately get over that 425 level and that 430 high that it made right before kind of consolidating and breaking down. Say we have some very strong resistance at that $400 level. Could be something where we bounce off that 400 resistance, test that 381 support. If that flushes, we could be back down to that strong 369 support, see if we can bounce there. But overall, guys, more likelihood nature is that we retest this resistance level of 400, get over it, and then try to work our way back up, consolidating in that range of 400 to 425. Seems like MSTR is building up a little bit of steam here. Taking a deeper look at these overall last few candles, you can see that start from that 6th most recent candle, guys. It's an inverse hammer candle, green inverse hammer candle. Given that there is a bit of selling pressure, buyers ultimately get over that level with this next candle. Nice green candle, maintain overall control in this candle. A little bit of back and forth battle. But then you see the next 3 candles, a little more selling control on these last 3 candles, especially this one right here, the 3rd most recent. Pretty strong bearish candle. Sellers were in control this day, followed up by a push. The buyers are trying to push it back. Sellers in overall control. But then, guys, you see this beautiful green candle, kind of mimicking that one right there that we saw 3 days ago, trying to regain that overall strength, guys, and build out of this zone. You see that overall zone, that ascending support, try to get below that ascending support, reclaim that ascending support, and very nice close, guys, over that 381, well over that 381 support level as well. Just looking at the structure that we're in, get that big move down, huge selling pressure from this consolidation zone, Very, very strong bearish red candle. Play around a little bit, come right back up, retesting that neckline of that area. Around that 390 level, you can see that momentum shift very quickly. We hit that strong 358 support zone, get out of that overall pullback phase, hit that ascending support as well as that 358 level again, bounce off, play around, try to retest these, further support levels as well as that ascending support once again, bounce off both of those. Now we are looking pretty bullish and ready to break out of this overall phase from that 391 level. Try to break over that, in tighter fashion, 391 to 400. Break over that, get back in that overall consolidation zone to try and shift the tide, guys. So, overall, I'm liking what I'm seeing at a daily perspective of things. I think that MSTR, is building up some steam to break out of this overall pullback phase. Price is looking to fill that gap up and correct that pullback. You guys see MSTR get out of this big bull flag. Very nice move, pretty overextended move, right? We're just going up, 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 and up, gap up, hit that 425 level, consolidate, try to hold our strength as buyers. Ultimately can't do that, have to pull back a bit after such an overextended move. And now you already see the strength transitioning back into the buyer's favor. So, guys, very nice sign here. As a bull, you got to like what you're seeing. Now, as a bear, you want to see these resistance levels hold up. You want to see that $400 level, that psychological $400 level hold up. You want to see a bounce there, price tries to get above that. You want to see rejection. If not there, you want to see rejection in this consolidation zone where price couldn't get above that 425 level, couldn't hold above it. There's always possibility that next couple days we break that 381. What I think though is that's pretty unlikely given the steam that Bitcoin as well as MSTR is having right now and that overall very healthy uptrend that we saw in the past before this consolidation and pullback. I'm liking the structure on the daily chart. Looks like we had some overextended run, a consolidation, a pullback, and it looks like we're getting out of that pullback range, trying to reclaim that consolidation zone and then work our way higher. Now, guys, look at the hourly. You see how stock topped off at that $430 level, consolidated within that $425 and $400 range. Sellers try to push it down, buyers push it up. Get tight in this range, try to get below that range, get back above it, play around, then ultimately gap down into this sell-off here, guys. This pullback range, breaking support zones, breaking multiple support zones, getting down to that strong 358.20 support level, getting out of that pullback phase, trying to bounce up. Sellers want to retest that, see how strong that support is. Sellers try to get back in control, get slightly below that ascending support, bounce off that 369 support level, try to get above that ascending support. Sellers try to push it back down. We hold higher, creating a higher low of that overall range right here. Gap up, get above that ascending support, ultimately get above that $381 support level that we were talking about, holding strong this time. You see we get above it, hit that ceiling, quickly correct. This time, guys, we get completely over it all the way up to that 391.77 level. We are holding nicely right at that 391 support level, guys. So what we want to see here now as bulls is a continuation, consolidation, not a rejection. Consolidate on this level, retest that $400 level, get back in that consolidation range that we were in for a prolonged period of time, and ultimately work our way back out of that. As a bear, on the flip side, guys, we reject, at this neckline type area, just get over it for a couple of candles, reject as we started this downtrend here. So we're in a pivotal spot, guys. We're over that overall pullback phase, like I was talking about, right where that candle started, that gap down, that pullback phase, right above that. So we'll see if price can hold and stay above that. On the bear side, it quickly rejects, getting back in this overall pullback region as we see here. Trying to retest that 381 support level. Try to bounce off there. Bears want to see it break and further downward price action. In a more likely case scenario, we use that support. We bounce off here. We continue trending to 400. If not, guys, we get slightly below it, bounce off that ascending support, and work our way back up again. Maintaining stronger, maintaining these higher lows, guys, working our way up. Could see a mini pullback, hitting that ascending support, possibly retesting that 381 support level as well. I'm liking what I'm seeing on the hourly as well. I think we're very bullish on the hourly. All right, guys, I'm taking you to Bitcoin because if you trade MSTR, you got to keep an eye on Bitcoin. They often move together. And as we were looking at in the past videos of MSTR, we saw that $106,000 level, that pivotal price level that price was trying to get over, right? We get over that for a bit, and then we get under that, and this is where we were in a pretty tough spot, guys, because this $106,000 level on Bitcoin is very stubborn. See, in the past, price tries to get above it, wick above it twice, get hard rejection right here, but maintain relative support, get under that psychological $100,000 level, get back up there, consolidate between that psychological $100,000 level as well as that 106. Look how many times that 106 tried to break. Got to that 109,000, quickly reject. Multiple days of price action trying to get above that 106,000. Doesn't work. Get in this overall phase of a downtrend, kind of a bull flag downtrend. Break out of that in nice fashion, guys. Very nice uptrend. Very nice, beautiful price action. Get above all those resistance zones. See a little bit of consolidation after getting above that psychological $100,000 level, and then break nicely above that 106. And then you kind of see a little bit of a pullback right back onto that 106,000 level that was so stubborn in the past. And we see some days of consolidation between that 106 and 103,000 level, even a touch right back to that 100,000 level where, some would think that possibility we go back under that and start trending below, but buyers stay in the game, guys. We push it right back up after it touches that 100,000 level, push right back up. Next day is followed by a mirroring candle and two more bullish candles, and then an overall breakout of that zone. And guys, not just a breakout, an extremely strong breakout, which is a very good sign, guys. Very good sign. All the way to that $110,000 level, because such a stubborn resistance level, and you see a beautiful candle like that with such strength, definitely what you guys want to see, right? So the most likely case scenario is we retest those highs of 112,000 on Bitcoin. What you got to look out for on a bearish perspective is that once we get past that 112,000, once we touch that 112,000, we got to make sure there might be a little bit of resistance there, as that's the previous all-time high. And past 112,000, we're in all-time high territory, guys. So something to be wary about. We will be touching all-time highs where we don't have any previous resistance markers. And just like MSTR, guys, you see that pullback and then ultimate correction, showing that buyers are still in control. Like in what I'm seeing on Bitcoin, keep your eye on it when trading MSTR. All right, guys, that wraps up our breakdown for MSTR. Right now, we're in crucial spots across the weekly, daily, and hourly timeframes, as well as Bitcoin, with key support and resistance levels in play. And whether we continue our strength up, blowing past that $400 level, and on Bitcoin blowing past that all-time high of 112,000. Watch the overall strength in the market, guys, as Bitcoin will be at all-time highs, and MSTR will be trying to retest that $400 level. Overall, liking what I'm seeing on the daily, weekly, and hourly. And of course, Bitcoin with that very powerful move. Be patient with this one, guys, and trade with caution. If you enjoyed and found value, consider liking and subscribing, as I will continue to cover MSTR as well as major tickers on the channel. Trade smart, and I'll see you guys in the next one.